Welcome to another day in the Matrix. This is Waters Above, and I have a special announcement for you all today. This long-awaited project is finally ready to launch. The new crypto decoding blueprint is officially available now within my decoding mastermind course. And for this special occasion, I decided to run a flash sale on my website until the end of the month. This is my biggest sale since Black Friday, and it will be live on my website for the next couple days. You can visit watersabove.com/2024, and then you'll be taken over to this page, and you'll get 20% off your order using the promo code DECODE20 at checkout. And if you're interested in this new crypto decoding blueprint, you could just click right here over the decoding mastermind course. You'll be taken over to this checkout page where if you scroll to the bottom, you'll see a purchase option. If you go over to the overview section, you'll be able to read everything that's included by just clicking these drop down icons. Everything that's covered will be in here, and this new installment of this crypto decoding blueprint, starting with a quick introduction video laying out the best practices for you to have the most valuable and user-friendly experience with this course, and then moving on to two back-to-back masterclasses on crypto and finance etymology, exploring the word spells of our financial system, and then moving on to the philosophy of crypto, two-part section exploring the ages and their symbolism, and then getting into the decoding of the genesis of the blockchain story, following up with a comprehensive decode on Satoshi and Bitcoin, and then taking a moment to venture into decoding our market cycles, specifically here in the crypto market, and answering the question why the market behaves the way that it does during certain times of year, and the reason why we have bull runs or bear markets during certain years. And we're experiencing one right now, so I'm going to be focused a lot on decoding this current crypto cycle we're in as well, and ultimately how you could use this information to determine when this bull run will likely top out and when the next bear market will likely start. And I even reveal when to expect the next bull run after this, giving you this tool. It's priceless. Just these two course lessons alone are worth the value that's 10 times the cost of this decoding mastermind, and I don't say that lightly. These videos are absolute gems for any investor. So then we follow up with these market cycle decodes into a pair of decodes that are absolutely mind-blowing. If you're interested in Ripple and invested in XRP, I know you guys have been waiting for those, so I poured my heart and soul into giving you the best XRP decode I possibly could. And then I finish up with a couple more altcoins, getting into Dogecoin and Ethereum and breaking down their symbolism and some theories that I have for the future of the blockchain economy and the role that they will play in this new economy. And I do have a couple more course lessons that I'm finishing up behind the scenes that will be added to this course very soon. But this crypto decoding blueprint is officially available within my decoding mastermind. So if you've already invested in my decoding mastermind course, you'll see the new crypto decoding blueprint course lessons already added. No further action is needed. And if you're having any issues with seeing these new videos show up, you can just go to this tab right here on my website, frequently asked questions, read through those troubleshooting tips and tricks, because 95% of the time, that page I created sorts out any issues you could be experiencing. And lastly, in June, coming very soon, the price on this new decoding mastermind course will be going up. So from now until then, you could take advantage of this intro price plus this flash sale to get the best valuable available on this course that now has 40 course lessons with over 600 custom-made visual tutorials designed for all levels, whether you're a complete beginner or even more advanced. This will be an incredibly unique course experience for anyone interested in the subject of decoding. So if you're interested in my full-length decoding mastermind course, which now includes this new crypto decoding blueprint. You could visit watersabove.com/2024 and use the promo code DECODE20 at checkout. And this link and more details can be found in the description box of this video or in the pinned comment below. And I just want to let you know how grateful I am for all your continued support. It truly means the world to me. And I want you to know it's my sole mission for you to become a self-reliant decoder and investor. Now, let's get into these markets and focus on the charts today, because we're just days away from a very crucial monthly close in these markets. And it's important that we're transitioning into June, and I want us to analyze how this crypto market's been behaving specifically since the recent Ethereum ETF approvals last week. So if you're new here, we do cryptocurrency technical analysis and combine it with Gematria, Numerology, and Astrology to understand these markets. Feel free to subscribe and turn on the bell notification to stay updated on when new videos come out. And importantly, make sure to give this video a like and share this channel with other conscious beings to help grow our community. And I say that because I've heard that some people have been unsubscribed from my channel recently without even doing it. So make sure to check that you are subscribed, turn on the bell notification. And with that being said, let's take the clear pill. So in my last video, mentioned the specific first week of June to keep in mind. So I just want to recap a couple things regarding that, and then we'll be getting straight into the charts. But in my last video, we talked about this end of May into early June timeframe, and just a couple days ago, I stumbled upon a pretty interesting piece of information regarding a rare planetary alignment called the Parade of Planets, which will be, for the most part, on the date of June 3rd. And the planetary parade is where 6 planets, Jupiter, Mercury, Mars, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, will be visible in the sky together, allegedly considered a very rare alignment. And even though many astrologers are putting emphasis on June 3rd, this so-called planetary parade is actually visible for several nations as early as the 27th, which was just a couple days ago. And it's right over here if you wanted to see some of the key notes. But this will be happening for New York on June 3rd, and that's definitely interesting because that's where, of course, the New York Stock Exchange is in the financial district of Manhattan, New York. And considering our last major low in the crypto market was on May 1st, this May Day timeframe, if we were to connect that date moving forward, I think it will be helpful for us decoders, especially towards decoding these markets. So I'm just going to quickly type in May 1st of 2024 and tie it to the date of this planetary parade. And you're going to see it gives us 33 days apart. That's the master number of transmutation. So this could be a transformative date. And because it's happening on a Monday, Moon Day, the markets will be open. And we just went through a 3-day weekend for the stock market due to Memorial Day. So we have now kind of this energy of the market wants to make a decision. It's already pretty overheated, and I'm speaking on the traditional markets right now. We know we have an FOMC meeting coming up mid-month in June, and everything that's gone down since CPI data for April was released has been making the recent correction into the start of May seemingly gone. And now we're just in this quote unquote new bullish territory all over again. And we need to be cautious here. And that's what I want to focus today's video on, especially now that I'm seeing this connection and we're getting this rare planetary alignment that I just covered a moment ago. But one other thing to connect to all of this is not only this May 1st, May Day connection to June 3rd of 33 days, but also I want to connect this upcoming Rosh Hashanah. So this will be this upcoming Hebrew New Year, and you'll start to see me adding this layer into our decoding system more often moving forward. And this is significant because this is also the date of our next solar eclipse. So it's very powerful to have a solar eclipse plus Rosh Hashanah at the same exact time. And the number that's revealed here is connecting this particular date of June 3rd to October 2nd gives us 121 days. and 121 is your 11th prime number. 11 squared. 11 squared, excuse me. And why that's also so powerful, so it's 11 times 11. You also have it being the 11 date numerology on this day. So 11 is the first master number effectively, and this is 2 out of the 3 master numbers tied to 2 very important dates, obviously one by data and the other one by the esoteric side of things, because it's not the Gregorian calendar that runs the market, it's the Hebrew calendar, and I've been showing that on my channel for the past 3 years. But this particular date now, whether you believe in the Hebrew calendar or don't, it doesn't matter, because it's also a solar eclipse, and we've been proving on this channel the power of solar eclipses as well for the past couple of years. So there's so many elements we've tied in just with 2 dates tied to this one particular date of an exoteric astrological piece of information. So it's important we take both elements, the exoteric, and find the esoteric within it. This way we can have a full, comprehensive, and thorough system. So we have 121, 11 squared, and then we have 11 standard date numerology, another crucial master number. And this also makes me think, now that we're speaking of the number 11, about the day that the Bitcoin ETFs launched. So that was on January 11th. They were officially approved on January 10th, but because it happened after hours, they didn't start trading on the open market until the following day on the 11th. And naturally 11th day of the year, of course, but it's also an 11 standard date numerology, and another powerful number connection, 144 days apart to June 3rd. 144 is 12 squared, so 12 12s. So June 3rd is definitely on my mind, and I'll probably be making my next video actually around that date to follow up on how those energies are affecting the market. Of course, we still have a couple more days left in this week leading into our monthly close, which is also on a Friday. So the traditional markets are going to be closing up not only their weekly close, their obvious Friday daily close, but also the monthly close. Big day this Friday. And then we have this early June, kind of first week of June thing that we've been talking about in the past couple videos. And now we have this one specific date to keep in mind of June 3rd with all these connections I just shared with you. Now let's get into the charts and excuse me, follow up on Ethereum, since these ETFs were approved last week. And excuse my voice, I've been recording a lot of videos lately, doing a lot of podcasts. Yeah, you guys all get how it goes, but I'm trying to get through this one a little bit quicker today. I wanted today's video to be a quicker update than usual, and we've had this Ethereum ETF approve on last Thursday, the 23rd. We already talked about this in my last video, so go check that out. But the one significant thing here was it was 49 days after Satoshi Nakamoto's 49th birthday, and we saw 49 days after Bitcoin's highest daily close, which was on March 13th. So far, 49 days later was the microcycle low on the May 1st date. So it was from right here to right here, and that connection is pretty significant. Highest daily close to the lowest daily close, 49 days apart. Satoshi Nakamoto's birthday is in that mix, and exactly 49 days after Satoshi's 49th birthday, Ethereum ETF gets approved but not launched just yet. And I've heard through the grapevine that it's possible as early as next month, but we'll see. Anyways, we want to get to the technicals and focus on the charts right now. And we've had this breakout. We're looking at the daily chart. This yellow moving average is the 8 simple moving average, and we've been holding that very nicely. In the last video, I mentioned that we could end up with like a fake out situation similarly to what we had with the Bitcoin ETF get approved. But the difference is the following day, the Bitcoin ETFs also launched and the ETH ETFs haven't. So a lot of what's been going on lately is still with just retail. It's not institutional, obviously, but we're not really bumping out of this resistance as we would expect. And that is kind of showing me there could be some weakness coming in very soon. We are going to look to this 8 simple moving average. Okay, everyone, it's probably the level to keep in mind. I'm also going to turn on some of these EMAs to give you an idea of how this could all go down. But as of right now, all of our moving averages on the daily chart for Ethereum are in a bullish posture. We have the 8 above the 13, above the 21, above the 34. 55 is above the 200s, and we still haven't even back tested the 200s, so we're looking good. This breakout was a little bit too fast too soon, and the problem is there's thin air in between this breakout area. So I suspect if we were to start closing below this 8 simple moving average, the next level would be the 21. And it's natural for us to crater down to the 55 simple quickly, and we even seen this recently back in March after we had this rally, which was just green after green after green. Pretty much ETH just corrected straight into the 55 simple and tapped on that. So for me, that would be a very nice level to come back to. If we were to have a correction down to there, it would be about 18%. That would smack down the alt market, give you another little DCA opportunity. But I hope everyone was taking advantage of late April and the very first couple days of May for these last minute buying opportunities. We already were presented with beautiful opportunities, and I spoke about it in an exhausting way after we went up in March. So we're here now. We are now kind of flipping more into the bullish essence again, and that's across the board. But the stock market is very precarious right now, although I feel that smart money now is kind of positioning themselves in these cryptos at this particular time because they know what's up. They know what's about to start happening, which is the tokenization of the whole system. So we're just kind of in the preparation year. I think 2024 is really like a setup year, while 2025 is going to be more about law and order. It's going to be more about regulations, like truly. That's why they're getting all these ETFs launched now, and they're going to get the institutional investor involved. They're going to start sucking up all the market cap into their infinite vacuum. And 2025 will be probably the peak of the bull run, early 2025 at least. And then the regulations will kick in pretty hard. And that's in perfect alignment and timing for the upcoming Shemitah year, which I talked about this a lot on my channel when I first started, but last Shemitah started 2021. We're going to add 7 years to that. That's 2028 September through 2029 September, in preparation for the most nefarious and also exoteric thing for the truther community, which is called Agenda 2030. And we're not going to give any of our energy to that right now in today's video, but with the fact that 2025 is just a little bit shy of this particular year, you can tell that our next, what I would call 4-year cycle, or what we could just call a crypto cycle. And as I said, inside of this decoding mastermind course, the new crypto decoding blueprint, I reveal in these 2 videos, Crypto Market Cycle Decoded, exactly why we have our bull runs and bear markets when we have them. It's very revealing, and it's actually very simplified. So with this whole theory that I've given you, I hope you took some notes. Gives you a little bit more information on how I think they're going to be more relaxed with crypto this year, but I do think 2025 is going to start getting a little more rough. So that's positive news, guys, because if you're positioning yourself now, then you're getting in ahead before the ROI opportunities aren't as available. That's what's going to happen once this market becomes more popular, or when the market is forced onto the masses through whatever CBDC stuff is coming in the future. So we are looking pretty good on ETH so far for this breakout, but it hasn't really reflected so much in other altcoins. Like, we're still kind of ranging in the middle on Doge. Cardano is still trading near its supports. Aave's getting kind of like bumped up into the middle of its horizontal trading range. We have Matic also pretty much breaking through this prior dump down in early January, still near its support levels. You know, there's a lot of these top projects that haven't really broken out just yet into true price discovery, and I think that's contingent on Bitcoin breaking out into price discovery. The last video that I put out, I was very thorough on how I felt about that, when to expect Bitcoin price discovery, and it's likely that we're going to extend into June before that happens, and so far it's still the case. We have a couple more days left unless something miraculous happens. And this has been the analysis for quite a while now. So taking off of this candle over here, over to where we are now, we're at 3 months, guys, of sideways. That was not the alt season initially before, and we're not truly yet in the next phase of the bull run. And now it's proven. So just following up on Ethereum, we had an incredible weekly close, but we did not quite close higher than the prior weekly high of March 4th. So what we would want to see is a continuation candle, and thus far we haven't seen it. So we could very, very much come down now and fill out this middle range closer to the bottom, of $3,200 for Ethereum. somewhere around this 55 simple moving average. And that would be, again, if we started closing below the 8, and then we have this horizontal level right here of daily closes, 3,720. I would suspect us sliding now, starting there. And we really just need to do, we really need to see what the stock market's going to do at this time. But I'm not so focused on ETH, although it is kind of the altcoin market compass. I think we're going to see in times like this, where there's speculation on a big popular project, a lot of like memery is going to start to shoot up. So keep an eye on that as well for those that like to play the meme coin game. It's going to start popping off soon if it hasn't already. You know, Chief Wolf focuses on other stuff. I have a lot going on in my life to be putting my energy into some rug pull project. But this ETH move recently, it's clearly narrative driven. We haven't really decided yet what we're going to do next. We're still below prior highs, and we're kind of just at the upper range, and this could very well peel back very fast soon if there's any weakness that starts showing up into this monthly close, which will be trading with the traditional markets during that time. So yeah, I'm looking at this lower level still, even though the ETH ETFs aren't launched. And let's get over to Bitcoin. Bitcoin also has started closing below this 8 simple moving average, but we've held on the 13 EMA for a while now. I think it's the 21 we want to look for. If we start seeing Bitcoin close below the 21 EMA on the daily, I do suspect a drop to the 55 simple pretty fast. And then from there, we might be getting into another week or two of sideways if that was to occur. So we want to watch today's daily close in particular. Do we start to fail this particular micro horizontal support, which is somewhere around 68,000? Any closes below 67,500, I do suspect will start to give back a little bit of this pump that we put on after the bigger correction into the beginning of May. Also, we have the recent weekly close was not bullish. We did not break higher than the prior weekly highs either. We actually even closed a lower weekly close this week than we did on the breakout weeks leading into early March. So again, trading sideways, ranging, and we have recovered the 8 simple moving average, but I just want to show you on the weekly chart, the 8 simple has started to slope to the downside. So that's a little precarious, because if this 13 crosses above this 8, I think there could be more sideways underway too, just because of some of these macro closures. They can't make a decision right now. It keeps going down to supports, bouncing, and then every time it gets back up to resistance, it's getting rejected. Let's go over to XRP. XRP on the daily, we have all of our moving averages coiling together right here. This is getting very explosive, but we're on effectively 48, 49 days since this breakdown, and we have seen very little recovery. And I shared this in my last video too about how we're in a similar situation to the XRP chart looking back here. In this moment of Q1 into Q2 of 2017, where if you zoom in, we were actually in a perpetual downtrend for a really arduous amount of time, like 150 something days before we just popped out in a straight line. So I'm not saying that we will repeat that, but thus far, the cycle back here for Bitcoin is very similar. So if XRP is going to synchronize with all of this, it's making me feel that that's kind of the vibe we're in. These days of just draining out the retail investor, putting all the energy onto the meme coins and all of the stuff that has no utility. And then what we see is something occurs where all of this bottled up energy pops. And it's not my opinion. I'm not trying to suck you guys in with hopium, but we are starting to see all of our momentum, all of our moving averages, pretty much everything for XRP level out and completely reset, which means it's at some of the lowest volatility it's ever been. And that's just typical. When you get to a really low volatility situation, all the attention gets away from this project, and then this is when this particular project likes to just jump in a straight line breakout. So we're pretty much there, and with potential SEC Ripple case updates coming in June, potentially July, that could be in alignment as well. But we can't do much TA on this project at this time, just due to it not making any new data. It's just been chopping for the past couple months. So I have to be a real one here with you guys and let you know that I have my theories, I have my intuition. But if you're somebody who's not exposed to XRP at all, this is one of those opportunities where it's pretty low compared to where it's headed. So ETH might not be as much ROI at this point. Bitcoin, definitely not as much ROI at this point. So I am now focused on the opportunity altcoins. XRP is definitely one of them. I have my bags packed with XRP. It's my second biggest position. It's just the patience game at this point. But I'll be following up later in the beginning of June, maybe in like a week from today, seeing how this monthly close goes and also how this June 3rd date goes. And for anyone that has invested in this new decoding mastermind course and is checking out these new crypto decoding blueprint videos, I am so grateful for all your support. It truly means so much to me. Again, over at watersabove.com/2024, you'll find this page and it will show you the promo code. You could apply it at checkout, and it's this course right here that has the new crypto decoding blueprint added to it. I appreciate and I'm grateful for every single one of you, and wishing you all a beautiful rest of your day in the Matrix. Much love.